Welcome back once again in the video lecture series of data communication and networking. Its subject code is 1618502 according to your SBT syllabus. I am going to teach you today unit number 2, whose name is transmission media. Under transmission media, I am going to teach you about microwave, satellite and infrared transmission. This is my name and my designation. So let's start with the content of the course that I am going to cover in this video. So first of all, I will let you know about microwaves. Then I will let you know about unidirectional antenna. After that, I will teach you about advantages and disadvantages of unidirectional antenna. After that, I will take you to terrestrial microwave, then satellite microwave, advantages and disadvantages of satellite microwave. Then I will take you about infrared waves, and after that I will just explain something about application of infrared waves. So after teaching you all the topics which is mentioned above, I will try to summarize the entire topic, the entire video, and lastly I will certainly give you some good references. So let's start with the first topic, that is microwave. So what is a microwave? It is an electromagnetic wave whose frequency lies between 1 to 300 gigahertz. They are known as microwaves. Basically they are unidirectional in nature, right? Okay. And when an antenna transmits the microwave, they can be narrowly focused. It cannot be broadly focused. So basically microwaves are transmitted through some antenna, and during the transmission, the sending and receiving antenna must be aligned so that proper communication of microwave should be conducted. So a pair of antenna can be aligned without interfering with the pair of aligned antennas. Okay. So for alignment, we just not have the additional antenna for the alignment of the antenna between sending and receiver end. Okay. So there are some important characteristics of microwave propagation. First is your microwave propagation is line of sight, which is very important, and it is having a very high frequency, right? Since the tower with the mounted antenna needs to be direct side of each other, towers that are far apart need a very tall. This means, suppose we want to have a good transmission between two antenna, then the antenna should be mounted at a very tall height so that there should be a proper communication between these two antenna. Okay, so some more facts about microwaves are, they are having very high frequency microwave, but they cannot penetrate the wall. This characteristics can be a disadvantage if receiver are inside the building. So microwave cannot penetrate the wall, and if the receiver is sitting within the building or a room, so it is difficult that receiver will get the signal. The microwave band is relatively wider, almost all 299 gigahertz. This is the frequency it is given about the microwave. Okay. Wider subband can be aligned and high data rate is possible. See, such type of microwave in which we are talking, if we are talking about wider subband, so they are having well aligned, and due to well alignment they can transmit a high data rate of the signals. Use of certain portion of the hands required permission from authorities. So if such type of antenna or transmission if we have to set up, so for that we have to take proper permission from the authority. So next, let us discuss about unidirectional antenna. So unidirectional antenna is used for microwaves. Microwaves needed unidirectional antennas that send out the signals in one direction. That is very important. That means the microwaves which are sending from one end to another end, it is always unidirectional in nature. So basically there are two types of microwave communication, two types of antenna we are using for microwave communication. First is known as parabolic dish and next one is your horn. So this is the very basic block diagram or figure of parabolic dish antenna and horn antenna. This is the parabolic dish antenna which is having this type of curvature, and whatever the focus is coming, focus is coming in this way, and after that it is reflecting back as a focus, right? And this is the horn antenna. That means the signal is passing through this, and when it touches from this, it produces 90-degree angle and it go back to the left hand side. So this is known as your waveguide, that is used in your horn antenna, right? Okay. Some more basic facts about unidirectional antenna are: a parabolic antenna works as a funnel, right, catching the wide range of waves and directing them to the common point. So it is working as a funnel which is taking a wide range of waves. See, waves may have a different frequency, so according to the different frequency they can have categorized into different waves, but they can be directed to the one focus point, that is known as your common point. In this way, more of the signals are recovered than would be possible than with the single point receiver. So this type of transmission if we are using, so we can recover lot of signals in this situation. A horn antenna looks like a gigantic scoop. Gigantic scoop is a pictorial representation of antenna, right? The outgoing transmission are broadcasted up as a stem that is deflected towards a series of narrow parallel beams. See, I am showing this with this example, right? Okay. So in the earlier example, whatever you have said that it has been transmitted in a single way and it is deflected in the 90-degree towards a particular direction. Received transmissions are collected by a scoop shaped of the horn in the manner similar to the parabolic dish, and they are deflected towards the stem. So there is a slight difference between parabolic and horn antenna. Is in parabolic we are using the different rays are coming, focus means they are encountered with the antenna and focus at the common point, but in this horn antenna we are using the one beam is reaching to the antenna and it is being deflected towards various rays. What are the advantages and disadvantages of such type of unidirectional antenna? The first one is it used for long distance telephone communication. Basically this is used in telephonic communication, and this is basically used for long distance telephonic communication. Carries thousands of voice channels at the same time, means its carriage capacity is really very good, and it can carry different voice channels at a time. But after all these having all these advantages, the unidirectional antenna is having some disadvantages also. That is it is very costly. right? It is very costly. And second, why it is very costly? Because we have to plant, or we have to set up a very tall antenna for such type of microwave transmission. Okay, so next talk about terrestrial microwave. Terrestrial means the word is related to territory, means geographical, right? So in this, for increasing the distance served by terrestrial microwave, say suppose we want to transmit a microwave for certain longer distance, so that is known as your terrestrial microwave. In that sense, terrestrial microwave is largely used. Repeaters can be installed with each antenna. That is very important. See, because whenever you want to transmit a signal from at a very long distance, so a repeater must be installed. Otherwise what will be happen? Your signal will get loose after some point of time. So at a regular interval of time, the repeater should be planted with the antenna. The signal which is received by an antenna must be converted into transmittable form. See, whatever the signal is coming at the antenna must be able to transmit that signal into transmittable form. Then only the transmission can be possible. So just I will show this with this not below the figure, it is just adjacent the figure. So it is the best example of this type of antenna is your in the telephone system. So this is the figure. This is the very basic figure I have taken here. So here this is the earth, and through earth we are having a lot of antenna. That is your antenna is planted, and within each antenna there is a repeater, so that repeater will enhance the signal of your microwave, right? Okay, so first of all let me tell you something, a brief discussion on parabolic dish antenna. So in this, every line parallel to the line of symmetry reflects of the curvature at the angle in a way. I will show you in the diagram, right? So what is going to happen, whatever we are transmitting, that should be, the line should be parallel to the line of the symmetrical, which is reflected off from the curvature at the angle of the way, right? The next point is very important. They intersect at a common point, right? This antenna is based on geometry of parabola. Okay, so this is the figure for general discussion of this thing. That is why I have taken the simple one, right? So what we are getting, this is the line of symmetry. So to the line of symmetry, what is going to do? This is the line of symmetry, and these are the signals. ये आपके signals हैं. तो ये जो signals हैं वो हमेशा आपका line of symmetry से हमेशा वो parallel रहेंगे, और क्या होंगे, यहाँ पे टकराने के बाद वो डिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे, और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि डिफ्लेक्ट करके वो सभी के सभी एक ही कॉमन पॉइंट पे आकर के मिलेंगे, राइट? दैट इज नोन एज योर फोकस पॉइंट, ठीक है? और दूसरी बात है कि ये फोकस पॉइंट आपका लाइन ऑफ सिमेट्री के ऊपर ही होगा. यहाँ पे मैंने दो सिग्नल्स दिए हैं, अगर दो से ज्यादा भी सिग्नल्स होंगे तो भी वो आपका एक ही फोकस पे जाकर के आपका वो इंटरसेक्ट करेगा, राइट? सो नेक्स्ट टॉक अबाउट ए स्मॉल डिस्कशन ऑन हॉर्न एंटीना, राइट? हॉर्न का वैसे मतलब होता है सींग. इट इज लुक लाइक gigantic scoop, right? The outgoing transmission are broadcasted up a stem and deflected out in a series of narrow parallel beams. So इसको इस डायग्राम के थ्रू मैं बताने की कोशिश करूंगा. See, so wave is coming here, and from here the wave is wave is reflected here at this point, and after reflection it will be deflected towards a straight line. तो जितने भी waves होंगे, see why these waves are means why these waves are differently differently showing, because the waves can be a composite signal with having several frequencies. So those frequencies waves will be after deflected will be take the parallel path, right? Okay. So next talk about satellite microwave. So in satellite microwave, this microwaves relay station which is placed in outer space. So this is very special type of microwave which use the satellite communication, and the station is known as relay station. Relay station means what? The station which relays something, some signals, that is known as relay stations, and it is naturally situated, or it is naturally installed out of the earth surface means sometimes it is placed in what we are calling it as space matlab antariksh, right? The satellites are launched either by rockets or space shuttle carry them. तो बेसिकली ये जो सैटेलाइट्स जो होते हैं वो कैसे अंतरिक्ष में स्थापित होते हैं, आपने कई बार देखा होगा इसरो हमारे इंडिया में इस काम को हमेशा अंजाम देता है, हर समय सैटेलाइट कम्युनिकेशन के थ्रू सैटेलाइट्स को हम लोग कहाँ करते हैं, हम लोग जाकर के हम लोग लॉन्च करते हैं कहाँ, अंतरिक्ष में, और उसको वहीं पे हम लोग स्थापित करते हैं, है ना। और ये नेचुरली ये जो सैटेलाइट्स जो जाते हैं वो जाते हैं रॉकेट के माध्यम से जाते हैं या स्पेस शटल के माध्यम से जाते हैं। और बहुत अहम चीज, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि ये पहले तो इंसान जाते थे साथ में इसको वहां पर सेटअप करने के लिए, लेकिन आजकल it is being done with humanless, right? So artificial intelligence is so versatile in this area that automatically satellite will be launched in the space. आप लोग कई बार सुनते होंगे मौसम के बारे में जानकारी या गूगल अर्थ के बारे में इमेजेस, तो बेसिकली ये सारे के सारे सैटेलाइट इसलिए लॉन्च किया जाता है ताकि ज्योग्राफिकली किसी भी अर्थ के डिफरेंट एरियाज के बारे में रिसर्च किया जा सके, राइट? So basically we are positioned 36,000 kilometers above the equator within the orbit speed that is exactly matched with the rotational speed with the earth. Very important. Basically इसको जो स्थापित किया जाता है वो 36,000 किलोमीटर ऊपर किया जाता है, इक्वेटर के ऊपर, अर्थ के इक्वेटर के ऊपर किया जाता है, और इसका जो स्पीड होता है वो बिल्कुल आपके अर्थ के रोटेशनल स्पीड से आपको मैच करना चाहिए, तभी वो आपका सैटेलाइट अर्थ के बारे में सही जानकारी दे पाएगा। As the satellite is positioned in the geosynchronous orbit, it is stationary related to the earth and always stays over the same point on the ground. That means what? Every time इसका जो एस्टैब्लिशमेंट होता है वो इस तरीके से होना चाहिए ताकि it must be always stationary related to earth. That means it does not mean that अर्थ की कुछ और स्पीड है और इसकी कुछ और स्पीड है। अगर ऐसा हुआ तो we cannot get the exact information of the earth from these satellites. Okay. This is usually done, which allows the ground station to aim the antenna at a fixed point in the sky. So इसका communication जो होता है definitely it is done with some antenna. That means some antenna is there, some antenna is also planted to receive all the information which is given by the satellite communication. Okay. So this is the example. So अलग अलग देश अपने अपने सैटेलाइट भेज सकते हैं, इसमें कोई दुविधा की बात नहीं है, लेकिन ये है कि वो सैटेलाइट अपने कक्ष में, उसको हिंदी में उसको कहते हैं कि अपने कक्ष में जाके स्थापित हो गया, और जैसे जैसे अर्थ का रोटेशन होता है ये सैटेलाइट के भी रोटेशन उसी तरीके से होते हैं, सो दैट कि अर्थ का पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन आपको मिल सके। गूगल अर्थ इसका सबसे अच्छा एग्जांपल है। आज से 5 साल पहले या 10 साल 5-7 साल पहले गूगल अर्थ नाम की कोई चीज नहीं होती थी, लेकिन आज गूगल अर्थ के माध्यम से we can get each and every information about earth. So that is, so let us talk about some advantages and disadvantages of satellite communication or satellite microwave. So first is your transmitting station can receive back its own transmission. That is a very good point, right? Okay, fine. It whether the satellite has transmitted information correctly. That means what? It shows that whatever you have transmitted, whether it has been sent correctly or not, you will get the automatic acknowledgement. A single microwave relay station which is visible from any point, right? This is also very important. That means whatever the station which is participating in this satellite communication can be easily visible from any point. Okay, regarding all these things, it is having some disadvantages also. That is, its manufacturing cost is very high. This is first thing. And cost of launching a satellite is really very expensive, because a lot of thing is going in this project. So last one is the transmission is highly depending upon the weather conditions. So satellite communication is totally depending upon the weather condition. If weather is good, then transmission will be proper. If weather will not support, then the transmission, the quality will degrade. Okay, now let's talk about last topic, that is infrared waves. So what is the infrared waves? This is the frequency which lies between 300 gigahertz to 400 gigahertz, right? Okay, fine. These are having high frequency, and again they cannot penetrate the wall. Its advantageous character prevents the interference between one system and another in a shortage range communication. That means what? The very good advantage of infrared waves is what? That is the encroachment in the system. That means there is no interference between one system and another. We can use infrared remote controls. When we are using this, we don't interfere with the use of remote by your neighbors. So while using the infrared remote control, we don't have to have any other remote of neighbors. This characteristics makes the infrared signal useless for the long range communication. This is the disadvantage, that is infrared waves is not applicable for long range communication. We cannot use infrared waves outside the building, because sun rays contains infrared waves which are interfere with the communication. So infrared rays cannot be suitable for using outside the building, because the sun rays contains these which can interfere the communication, right? That is why infrared is strictly used within the building or room, restricted room. So the applications of the infrared waves are, as we are having, we know that this is having 400 terahertz of this. That is really very excellent potential of data transmission. Such a wide bandwidth is used for transmitting digital data with a very high speed. See, whenever we want to send the digital data, then we use such type of infrared waves, especially in the digital data, right? Okay, infrared data association, which is also known as IRDA, is an association of sponsoring the use of infrared waves, right? So IRDA has established to sponsoring the infrared waves. they are having some standards. Infrared having some standards, and these standards are using this signal for communication between devices such as keyboard, mouse, PC, and printers. Right? They are widely used in such type of computer hardware gadgets. Infrared signals can be used for the shorter range communication. So as if I have already told you that it is restricted to a closed building or a closed room, right? And within the closed area, and they are using a line of sight propagation. See, that means what? If we are using infrared waves, right, which is restricted to a building or a room, then we can have a very high frequency, and even we can use the line of sight propagation. So let's talk about some summary of microwave that we have discussed so far in this video. So microwave are unidirectional in nature. So when an antenna transmit microwave, they can be narrowly focused, right? Sending and receiver antenna must be aligned, as I have already told you, right? And basically, if you are using microwave, so they are providing high data rate. Certain portion of band required permission of the authorities. That means we should take some permission from the legal authority for establishment. Microwave need unidirectional antenna which send out the signal in one direction. See, whatever the transmission will be done, it will be always done within one direction only. So there are two types of microwave communication. Means two antenna we are using. First is your parabolic dish, and second one is your horn. That I have already discussed. Okay, so satellite, while talking about satellite communication, so satellite are launched either by rocket or by space shuttle which carry them, and these are normally positioned 36,000 kilometers above the equator of the earth, right? So these are some good books for the reference of this particular video or particular topic. These are some URL which I have already mentioned in this slide, and if you want to go for a deeper study, you may go in these two YouTube videos. So thank you so much for watching this video, lecture number 11, microwave satellite infrared transmission. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.